Right, hello and welcome to episode 15 of the Austin 7 special build, or Project Prescott as I like to call it. In this video, what I'm going to be tackling is the cowl that goes over the steering wheel, and this acts as a bit of a wind deflector. So typically on a Type 35 Bugatti, they would have a scuttle panel like this, and then the cowl riveted on, and that's the look that I'm going to go for. If I can find an example, I'll pull it up on the screen now. So what I'm going to do in addition to that is create a piece that comes off and then goes over the passenger side. I was recently in a car that didn't have anything there, and it was quite unpleasant, so I want to make that addition to this and hopefully creates a better experience for the passenger. What I want to do with this is not just have a straight piece that comes up. I want it to have a bit of shape, but I want it to have a reverse. So we call it a reverse curve in metalwork. So if you can imagine a Pringle, it's basically doing the complete opposite. You create the shape from the sides of the panel and not the center of the panel. Unlike doing a compound curve where we're raising the panel out, we're doing the opposite to this one. So quite a tricky shape. What I'm now going to do is just show you a bit of an outline that I'm going to go to. I haven't got a buck or anything for this. I'm literally just going to freehand it and see how it turns out, and then adapt and change it as I go along to what I think works and what actually works. It might change and develop as I progress. So plenty to do. I'll mark out a quick shape and I'll run you through the whole process. Right, so the key to a good reverse curve is stretching the edges to get that sweep that everyone desires. It's the hardest shape to try and achieve on the wheel. There are people out there that make it look so easy. I don't recommend watching Ray Shalene do his reverse curve over a bit of sewage pipe, because that's definitely not the way to go. But if you watch some of Jeff Moss's videos, he explains it really well. Now, it's a shape that I really struggle with, but it's just practice. There's not many shapes where I've had to, or many cars that I've had to use the reverse on. So it's just like everything. The more you do, the more you get better at it and understand it. And it's just all part of the metal shaping journey. So what I'm doing here is literally just stretching out the edges, not on too high a pressure, just enough so it actually is actually doing something, but just enough that I'm in control on every pass that I put in. Just going to give it a little bit of a helping hand and just stretch the edge on the sandbag. Again, not too much. Right, okay, so we're progressing really well. As you can see, I haven't got a buck. All I've done is, like I have done on the other panels, like on here and, you know, the head pod, like when I see the front cowl, you know, just start off with a blank piece. I can picture it in my head, you know, so I've got an idea of what I want the shape to be, and then I just start playing around on the wheel and then just develop it and tweak it as I go. If I don't get it right first time, at least I've gained a little bit of knowledge, you know, on what to do on the next piece. So I've got it to this stage so far. It's fitting okay. You know, I've got a little bit of clearance, could do with a little bit more, but we could just tweak that up a little bit like that. What I'm now going to do is just ease off the pressure on the wheel and just start smoothing some of these passes out, getting our track in a little bit closer, and just start refining it and honing in that little bit of detail, which, you know, I don't think we're a million miles away. But at this stage where it can easily go wrong, we can put too much shape into it and lose the panel completely, and it's very hard to get back, and then you've got to start all over again. So this is the stage where you've just got to be really careful. Right, okay, my favourite time of the video. Let's give a huge shout out to DJ. I got Garrick, S. Allen, Alexander, Mike, Tristan, Adam, Mike, and Hugh. We've all gone over to the paint pot since the last video and left a generous donation each. So thank you so much. If anyone else wants to do so, there's still space on the board. Once the board is full up, I'll then start doing some draws for the slappers, the Wild in Mass, stickers, and t-shirt, I think it is. So yeah, plenty of space. Everything raised is going to go towards the Austin 7 paint job. So this is making a huge difference towards that. So thank you so much to everyone so far that's contributed. Really do appreciate it. Right then, let's start moving forward. That is pretty much touching everywhere it needs to be. Does need a little bit of tweaking, but I shall do that later on once I start finessing it all. I've got enough clearance there for my knuckles, so that's the most important thing there. That is quite a kick up. I didn't actually picture it being as much as that, but then I have shot myself in the foot with having the steering wheel positioned where it is, so hence why it needs to be so much. What I'm now going to do is make this piece that continues on along here and then around the corner. That too is going to have a little sweep up. The reason for that is basically to hopefully create a more pleasant experience for the passenger. I've been in a car where you're open to the elements like this, and even at low speeds, the wind against your face is quite choking. So hopefully just having that little flick up makes it more pleasant. So that's the idea behind it. Again, exactly the same process. I'm going to be stretching the edges, doing them reverse curves around the side there. Once I've got that made, I'm going to offer it up to this, weld it all up together, and then we start just refining everything and making it better. So that's the process. I should start doing it. Right, okay, moving on. What I've done is tape an edge all the way around, and that's the line I'm going to trim it to. So I'm going to chop off all the excess there, what I'm then going to do is just get the panel fitting better. It's not quite on the scuttle panel there, so what I've got to do is just stretch this edge a little bit more and allow that panel to sit on the scuttle panel better. And it's a little bit tight round here. I've got a couple of little, I don't know, ridges in the panel, so I just need to smooth them out and create a nicer finish. Once I've got that, I can then go on to marking my wide edge and trimming down all the excess on there and getting that prepped. So quite a bit to do, but really important that we get this right now. Right, okay, that brings us to the end of the video. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the cowl. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. What I've now got to start doing is getting it riveted into place. And that's the whole body as well, because I need it to be ready for the show, or at least kind of like 90% complete in metalwork. It's a bit of a tough ask with getting the SS ready for the NEC, but I'd like to get this pretty much pinned up. I don't think it's going to be complete 100% for the show, but I should do my utmost to try and get most of the metalwork done. So if you want to come and see it, it'll be at the NEC, fingers crossed, in March. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Go over to Instagram if you want to see a few behind the scenes clips of bit of progression as I go. I always like to post something up on there. Thank you to everyone that's gone over to the paint pot. And that is pretty much it. So please subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.